Love and light, everyone. Thank you for being here today and sharing my messages. I've been in practice for over 30 years working with altered states of consciousness. With this film, I'm going to explain to you the way I work and what I've learned through my journey working with hundreds of clients and spirits, because sometimes spirits need help as well. All about hell. With this film, I will share some of my opinions and beliefs from my observations and spiritual encounters. To understand hell and its condensed material, metamorphic spiritual existence, we need to understand the etheric body, which we all have. Please see my film, The Spiritual, Etheric and Material Bodies. And then you'll have a better perspective of how things can exist without a human physical body, but in a part physical body which may become manifest. A good example would be condensation. From nothing that we can see, droplets of water manifest on a cold glass surface. And so it is with the spiritual material dimension of hell. Our spirit is existing after death, attached to our etheric body, which incidentally takes 3 days to dissipate from our material body after death. Why does hell exist, and how was hell created? I've explained the latter question in my film, Adam and Eve, the original contamination and living in hell. We must experience descend into hell through purgatory and climb the stairway to heaven, which like a ladder is standing in hell from the initial contamination and seduction. Karma must be resolved and repented If we return to my analogy from a film of the initial contamination, whereby the example of your children at school experiencing seduction and other stepping stones from hell, just imagine you return home from a weekend away and your children have had a party in your home. Things are broken, damaged, stolen, and your children say they're sorry and that they're aware of having made a big mistake. Or possibly some children may show no concern and even treat your concern as something to rebel against. Either way, they need to understand the consequences of their actions and that what they have done is wrong and needs rectification. Karma teaches us and shows us reflections from our choices and actions. So we walk through the hell of reflection and need to learn what is good and what it is that pulls us down with the intention of stealing the soul. For change is the key, and each door has a key. Unfortunately, the game of life must be experienced and passed. For even if the children are forgiven, they must clean up the mess they've made and learn and change and prevent further falls from grace. We are born physically into our world of purgatory, where we pass many times during our compulsory admittance into the university of life. Unfortunately, as optimistic and appealing as it may sound, we do not die and appear in heaven, although it is hoped that one day we will pass our lifetime's exams and climb the stairway of heaven. We are what we have created, and as such will become what we have created, and unfortunately for some that may be a place on the lower levels. Portals are often opened from the material world by altered states of consciousness. Artists often receive images and messages from hell, giving a reflection from the experiences they have perceived. Let's get down to it, if you'll excuse the pun. There are 10 layers, including our world of purgatory. Similar to an onion, and the deeper we go, the more condensed forms of evil exist. Satan is frozen in ice at the centre of the earth, and incidentally scientists are beginning to discover the frozen centre of the earth. There is fire in the layers around the centre, but not in the centre. Hell is not linear. It is more like our conception of the internet. Like your phone, time and distance have changed in that you may see and speak to someone on the opposite side of the world in seconds. Because we are able to exist in hell via our etheric body, a materialistic dimension also remains similar to life on earth, where also the two worlds of earth and spirit exist in parallel. So hell is part material and may incorporate materialistic feelings through our etheric bodies. Yes, we can feel materially through our etheric bodies. That's why spirits try to attach to us, to experience feelings which they desire from past earth desires. A perspective of hell. It's approximately 4,000 miles to the centre of the earth. Imagine travelling 6.5 times the length of the UK. From, say, Dover, driving all the way to the north coast of Scotland, and then driving all the way back to Dover. Now repeat the same journey again to the north and back another 2 times, and then drive one more time to Scotland. That is the distance to the centre of the earth. 4,000 miles. So imagine each mile is like to a layer in an onion, which decrease as we go closer to the core of the earth. And you may perceive a perspective of the size of the space and density of hell. Or Australia travel once up and down the whole country from north to south. New Zealand travel up and down the country 2 times from north to south. Now just imagine travelling 6 miles of your journey. Imagine a place which is 6 miles distance away for you to travel. Now that is how far a hole has been drilled into the earth, being the Cola Deep borehole, from which sounds of hell were recorded by scientists. All that travelling, 6.5 times the length of the UK, and that tiny 6 miles is how far it has been drilled into the earth. Thank you for sharing this film.